ready to have some fun? Now that you have some insight on how to train an individual Category 2 item, let's move to a sensory course. A sensory course can contain anything that you would like to acclimate your horse to. We include much of what you would find in a typical trail course, and much more. We normally set at least 5 elements at a time. This helps take the focus off any one element. The following segment was taped at a Taji horsemanship clinic given at Penn State University. My 2 friends helping me out with this segment that day were Gabby Bernier and Sierra Lesney. We are going to introduce you to some of these items that can readily and inexpensively be used to build a sensory course. As we introduce you to these items, we are also going to demonstrate what can be done with them. So let's take a look.
We have 14 to 15 different obstacles to go through. We'll show you step by step what you can do to master all these obstacles, the best way to tackle all of these things. I'm going to introduce the riders and the ponies one more time. This is Toby, he's back again, little rider model. And that's Tie-Dye, he's new. Tie-Dye is Sierra's pony. Isn't he adorable? And then this is Puddles, Puddles is back. Still trying to stay awake, but that's him. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some steps that work, and this stuff is great. It's awesome for your horses. We're going to go tell you what you need to do to make a course like this, what it's going to cost, and just what kind of things that you can do with all this stuff, I guess you could say. Okay, first we start with the fun tunnel. This is a fun tunnel. You can get them at like Walmart for about 15 bucks. And we can do all kinds of sorts of things with this. We can jump it, we can twirl it around, we can put it over their body, we can play with it, we can even train dogs with it. Come on, Toby. Good boy. We can side pass it. It's good for Western if you want a side pass. I'm still working on this one. You can walk over it. It's flexible, so it's not like if he steps on it, he's not going to hurt himself. And that's good, desensitizing, just for any little play toy or something at a horse show or rodeo or anything like that. Okay, Sierra?
Next is the bridge. This costs about $40. You can buy it at any local lumber yard that you have. It's good for your horse to notice the different textures and sounds that it has. You can walk them up on it. Make them stand and walk them off it. It's good for trail riding in case you cross a bridge or anything that makes noises or has a different texture.
Okay, next is the balloon triangle. Now this is pretty simple. It's 3 poles, 3 wooden poles, and then a whole bunch of balloons. And the balloons are pretty simple, just air-blown balloons by mouth. Trust me, by the end of the day, you get pretty lightheaded. And what you can do is you can walk them through it, you can let them know it's okay, you can let them kick it around a little bit, and don't be afraid that it's going to pop. Because it's probably a good thing if it does pop. Because guess what? What happens if you're at some sort of a birthday party for some odd reason, and there's balloons. Surprise, surprise. And they decide they're going to pop some balloons. So, that's pretty simple. It's not that much cost. 3 poles, probably about $15, and then the cost of a bag of balloons. Ready, Sierra?
Okay, next is the balloon chute. This is just 2 poles with helium balloons on it. This is really good for horses that are scared of things that blow or they might rub against them. You can have them rub against them. They can touch them. The helium balloons, pump in the balloons will cost about $15. And it's good, just if they see anything blowing around, they won't spook or do anything scary.
Okay, let's see what's next. And next we have is the tarp with the cones. This is very good just for the sake of walking through something. It's a different feel, it's a different texture. Now if you can see or not, all this is recycled soda cans. Just a typical thing that makes a crinkly noise. And underneath this we have 3 cones on each side, just to get a little elevation. And then we have balloons, just to kick around, just bump against them when they walk through it. Now, it's pretty reasonable cost, about 6 cones, a tarp, balloons, and cans. So, it's probably a total cost of about $20 to $25. And don't get me wrong, these tarps last a long time. Good boy, Toby. Okay, good.
Okay, next is the pool. And inside it just has balloons and recycled soda cans. You can just walk them through it. It's good because it has a different texture and it gets them used to walking through things. They can kick around the balloons.
This is a more of an advanced if you want to put a tarp on top of it, but you do have to take the balloons out to put a tarp on top. So. Got it? Oh.
Then you just take out the balloons and put a tarp over it. This is good for your horse to trust you because they don't feel the cans. They just hear them crinkling.
Okay. Up next is the trash barrels. Now this is a pretty simple cost. You can get the barrels. We can get them at like just a simple little auction. A lot of times they have barrels that they've used things for. And then what we do is we'll either paint them or put a little cover on top. Now the trash is really, really good to get them acclimated to trash, going around, trash bags, things like that. And what we did is we took 2 trash bags and we put paper and cans in here so if they step on it, it's not going to hurt them. And what we can do is we can rub it, and then when we're on, we can take the trash and walk with it and take it the whole way to the other barrel. And then also, if you get really good, you can drag it behind your horse. But then again, your horse needs to have basic hobble training in case it was to get tangled.